Well, that's it. Well, Coach, how'd you guys feel just with that offensive attack tonight, coming off last weekend?
You know, I thought it was good, not great. You know, we make 9 errors in the first set, which is under where we had ballooned up to. And then at the end, we end up with 33 in 3 sets, so you're still back to 11. I just don't think we can. I think we're better than that, you know. And it was a little, like, 3 blocking errors in 3 sets is a lot. Like, you don't ever average 1 a set. That's a pretty big number. And then, you know, Chaz get up. I don't see exactly what it was, but he probably gave up 4 or 5 himself in that last set. A couple hitting, a couple receiving. But at the end, they all count as points for the other team. And, you know, that's, you know, it was good to see that first set come out pretty clean, take 9 and to win. And then, you know, you got to like the fight in the guys, and there's some good stuff going on. You know, the offense was pretty good. And, you know, like I said, we're still a work in progress, there's no doubt. You're seeing glimpses of it, and we're just going to keep grinding, you know, keep trying to be productive. Tonight we were pretty productive and just got to be more efficient.
Is there a certain benchmark you've told yourself, like maybe as far as the errors, or I don't know you guys have a % target, but between now and Big West tournament time, a few weeks from now, progression in certain areas that you need?
Yeah, it's as, you know, try to be as efficient as you can, right? Like, I mean, like I said, prior to conference play, we were serving as a team at like, it was rated 87 or 88, you know, and now we're hovering around that 84, 85. Tonight we're 84 again. You know, it doesn't sound like much, but it's a few points. And at this level, the margin of difference is so small that, you know, every 2 points is a 4-point swing, right? And so you look at the set scores where it's like, yeah, 2 points is a big difference. You know, tonight we were able to close out all 3 sets, but like you said, prior to conference play, we were at 7.4 errors per set. We were the lowest in the country, and now we've been around 11. We've got to shave that back. Like if 9 is the best we can do, then well, let's see, we compete, because then we're in the mix with a lot of the very best teams, and on I think we'll even be able to rally inside of that and be even more efficient. So, like I said, 9 was kind of a step forward. Let's see if we can keep improving on that. And the other stuff that we were a little better at tonight, the other one that I think we dropped off, and this you can't tell by looking at the stats. You got to go look at some of the analytical stuff, is just kind of the out-of-system ball in area 4. Now, it might be skewed a little bit because Chaz hit those few balls out at the end, but overall he was pretty good, you know. So that's another thing where it's like we've identified as an area that we were a lot better in the non-conference portion and need to be better at in the conference portion of the schedule. Nice to get the middles involved. You know, that's really been both productive and efficient. I thought Tread could have pulled the trigger on a couple in the middle coming down the stretch there, but he's learning too.
Coach, there was a moment in the second set during a challenge. You were pretty animated. Do you remember that sequence and what was going through your mind there?
Yeah, I was happy I finally won a challenge. Seemed like it'd been a while.
Did you make any blocking adjustments? I'm sorry. After the first set, you kind of slowed down their attack a little bit for the block.
No, and statistically, we blocked less balls as the match went on. We had more kind of early and middle. And look, blocking is one of those that can be deceiving because you might be slowing down and touching more, but they're not showing up here. I think we had 5.5 after 2 and finished with 6.5. So, you know, it's pretty common to see in a match where once you're in front of them, you kind of get a beat on it a little bit. You get the timing, you get the positioning down a little better, and you'll see that tomorrow. Typically, both teams will be a little better defensively on the second night.
On the defensive end, you had 4 players with 6+ digs. How important was that hustle on defense for tonight's win?
Yeah, and I think we had 20 at the end of 2 and finished with 31. And that was a nice adjustment. I thought in the first set, you know, Louis was a little, kind of had happy feet, still kind of moving at the point of contact, and he did a better job of stopping and able to move and get his feet to the ball. So that's good.
What kind of adjustment did you make to take advantage of UCSB's lack of blocking in the first set?
Well, you know, we felt we had an advantage in the middle, and we just trying to run our middles at them. You know, G's proven to be pretty hard one-on-one to defend, so we get that opportunity, and then, you know, we passed a little better and we were able to get the balls in the middle a little more often.
Is this really what you want? You had 3 players, all around 10 kills there today. Is that what you want now from the team? And does that make you kind of happy?
No, that's I've said forever, that whole thing about having it be balanced. Give me Michael Jordan, go out there and score 40 every night. I'm fine with that too. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Rado Parapunov and set him every ball and win 3. And you know, and a lot of that sometimes is how they're defending. Like last week, they were in the full front the entire time on our middles, and we were using them as decoy. You know, and we watched a bunch of film on it. Frankly, we didn't do a very good job of it. We could have done a lot better job of isolating Hawaiʻi in the second half of that match, and didn't. And tonight they were in a straight read, so they're playing them straight up, and we're just going to set them more. So you're going to see the distribution more balanced. You know, so it's always somewhat a reflection on how they're defending us. So the times when we never set the middle and we still end up winning, it's like, well, don't you want more production? No, we did exactly what we wanted to. It doesn't matter where the kills come from, right?
What did you tell the guys when UCSB fought off the first set point for the 3-0?
Receive. That was us. We just got, there was a couple loose. You know, the one, they made the run there off the third middle that came in, and Chaz just got stuck. It wasn't even a tough serve, and it caught him to his left. He gave up the straight ace. And then the next one goes to the other sideline to get an ace. You know, those are pretty random. And it's just, you know, you gotta watch it off the guy's hand. You know, sometimes they get, the amount of time between reacting to it as it's coming over the net and buying you those extra fractions of a second by watching it off their hand to see where it goes will allow you to get in position and play it better. So, you know, just track it early and be ready to go, because it really can go anywhere.
I was telling Quincy about how back before she was born that you had to, the only way you could score points was when you served. So like the first, almost the entire, first 30 or whatever, it would have been 0-0 almost, or 1-0.
I thought we had a couple real, but I look at that too, and there were a couple times like when Tread comes back to serve, you know, we had a couple 9 or 10 even, and maybe that was I'm not sure which set was that, but they were still at 6, which means they haven't scored a real point at all. It's been all side out. We might have had a couple.
Yeah, nobody could get ahead by more than 1.
Yeah, the first set it did go for a while, yeah? Yeah.
What can you say about Hawaiʻi tonight and what he gave you? You mentioned not being able to set him as much as you guys wanted, or give him as many opportunities.
Yeah, and he made a nice adjustment too. You know, they were obviously the block in their defense was camped in the cross court, and he turned and started hitting line. That was really even somewhat early in the first set, and was able to make that adjustment. You know. He has, you know, for this team at this moment in time, he has evolved into a veteran guy that we need good performance for every night.
Tread, you were able to put down some kills on 2 a few times tonight. Did you just sense that opportunity was there for you in the flow of the
Yeah, it's pretty easy when our passers give me those passes because I'm right on the net, and it's me being so tall, it's pretty easy to just put it straight down. Yeah, so big credit to them, and you know, our hitters are keeping them honest, so I've pretty much free reign.
You had 2 big aces in one of the sets, so just talk about that. And it was a close set, obviously late, and just talk about getting those 2 aces in.
Yeah, it's good, but it's more of a team effort. We just try to keep as much pressure as we can on the other team, and don't let them get a lot of free points by just missing. So as long as you keep that continued pressure, they're bound to come eventually.
Tread tomorrow night? I mean, it's already senior night for guys like the one sitting right next to you. And what do you think it'll be like, even this early in the season, to do it?
I'm excited for it, but it's kind of bittersweet, you know. I love these guys; they're like my brothers, and it's sad to see them go, but I hope we can end on a good note and just help them enjoy their moment tomorrow.
Well, Chaz, I know you guys are hosting the Big West tournament, but for tomorrow to be your last regular season home match, what are the emotions like attached to that, seeing as though you're someone who's played your whole career here?
People keep asking me about the emotions behind it. I think we forget that we're, still got to go out there and play volleyball. The ceremony comes after that. And like you said, we're going to be back here in the Big West, so I feel like that might be the time that it hits me, where it's like the last time playing in the stand. And so I haven't really thought about the emotions too much, though.
Coach, have you, in the past, with senior night typically being a little closer to tournament time and all that, have you counted on harnessing, some momentum or just good team vibes out of that night going into the postseason?
Yeah, it's always a great night. There's no question. We're so humbled and blessed and fortunate to have the kind of support that we do, and to see people show up, and stick around and go through the whole thing. And I think this group is special. I mean, you look at the number of guys that have been a part of, literally 4 state league championships, played in the final match of the NCAAs 4 years in a row, and then you throw in the catastrophic injury to Spiros. I think I think a lot of people will come out and show these guys the respect that they've earned in the community. It's been a hell of a journey. We're not done yet by any means, and we got to win a match first tomorrow, and then give these guys some very much earned respect for all they've done for sports fans in Hawaii.
Chaz, that the first set was interesting, as it was a trench warfare for the first, how many leads
The
and
first 15.
how many lead changes and ties was it?
It was 13 ties and 7 lead changes in the
Yeah.
first.
So what was the key to breaking through that, and you guys went on that run?
I would say definitely our serve receive, just cleaning up that. Allowed us, more options with tread to be able to set other players and get the middles established, and then, just having good service turns towards the end there. Same with the pressure, but making sure that it's in.
Then there was a little drama at set point, and then, you just decided, let's just get this over with.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much to say about that. I was ready for it. I think we had a good little lead there, and we were kind of, digging ourselves a hole. It was all our mistakes at the end there, but yeah, I'm glad we got the win.
How are you guys coming together? Do you notice every match that you're coming together a little bit more after, losing your leader and?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I felt like tonight, me and Chad, our connection was, maybe one of the best it's been in a while. So I know we'll build on, each match. We'll build on what we got and just try to get better.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Thanks.